Hello, YouTube land. My name is Kestalkayden, and we are playing Path of Exile. This is, in fact, a live stream. I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but apparently, my new internet allows me to live stream, and that is brilliant. So, I think it's time for us to get started. What do you guys think? Well, first and foremost, this is in fact the same witch that I used in my actual Let's Play series. However, things have changed quite a bit. Level 75. Yeah. So, we definitely changed that around. And to get started, I'm no longer a fire witch. So, although the burning proliferation witch, Tri-Curse, was awesome, it didn't give me much of a chance to actually farm any items. And while, yes, I was able to kill everything off, I actually had to be active in trying to, like, run around and kill things. I felt like being lazy. I switched it up. We are now a Dual Spark Totem witch. And personally speaking, it is awesome. I love it. I really, really do. So we're actually going to head over to the docks right now, because I think that is, in fact, the place to be. So, as you can see, I actually do have quite a few auras, and I'm actually going to turn a few of these off shortly. Actually, you know what? No, I don't necessarily need Purity on. Never mind. We're good to go. But yeah, depending on the situation, I turn off and on certain auras in order to better utilize my situation. At this point, I don't have to do anything other than... Oh, hello. Chromatic. At this point, I don't have to do anything because I kind of have everything, and Wrath is just there because I'm trying to level it up. So technically speaking, I don't even need it showing up right now at all whatsoever. Pretty much. But yes, this is the docks, and I am a Dual Spark Totem Witch. As you can see, I am just demolishing, and I'm just kind of sitting here. So it's actually kind of great. Mind you, I know I'm level 75. Don't get me wrong, but at this point, I am actually just trying to, farm. I'm trying to farm uniques. Hey, Schmitterin? I'm sorry if I butchered your name, I apologize. But yeah, you do have great timing. I did just start, and I gave absolutely no warning, so I doubt that there's actually going to be a lot of people showing up to this, but I figured, hey, why not? I could probably just do a really quick live stream and have some fun with it and talk to you guys. So this will actually be a pretty good time for me to, just answer questions if you have any. And if you want to see me play a specific game or do something specific in Path of Exile, I'll gladly do it. Or at least I'll try to do it anyway. Life is fleeting. Unfortunately, on that note, the comments are a little delayed, and that has something to do with YouTube. I don't know. On Twitch, it's not nearly as bad. YouTube, it's like a minute or so behind, and I do apologize for that. But yes, once more, we are in fact playing Path of Exile, and as you can see, I'm pretty much winning, and I'm not even really in the action. But as you can see, I am a decent farmer, and I'll actually explain why in a couple minutes. I just kind of want to go through a little bit more of this area. And whenever I'm in trouble, all I have to do is just hit my Quicksilver Flask, which lets me run around a lot faster, and not a lot of things can actually hit me during this point, which is great. Now, I know, I used to be a Burning Proliferation Witch, and you know what? That witch, again, was fun, but I had to actively maneuver around people. Here, right now, I can just kind of wait for things to get demolished, and it's great. DPS-wise, or damage per second-wise, the Burning Witch did have more, I'm not going to lie. But this is just so much more fun. It really... Not even fun, it's just... I get more rewards for, doing less. I'm not saying that I'm lazy, but I'm not saying that I'm lazy. Did I even get close to your name there? I'm sorry if I didn't. I really do apologize. Let's see what's down here. There we have it. So there are a couple of interesting things that are happening kind of with me right now. I got a green screen, which means soon I'll actually be able to do some rather interesting things on this channel. Or potentially on a different channel. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to split that up. If I do certain things, I might just release teasers on this channel and kind of funnel people over to my next channel. But we'll see, I don't know. I might just keep it all on this channel. These guys are all pretty much just gonna die. I was a little too close to the flame, which is why I got a little damage, but in all honesty, it just goes back rather fast right after that, so it doesn't really matter. Stormtooth dead. Hey, if it works, it works. I actually have gained quite a few uniques, and I'm on my way up to trying to either craft a 6-link or purchasing a 6-link for my witch. I'm not even really concerned about my marauder anymore, which is actually kind of sad, seeing as that was supposed to be my main character to play with. But now it's the witch. The witch now seems a lot more fun because I can just totally farm. And the DPS is pretty insane too. Mind you, with my marauder to be viable, I'd have to switch to my one-handed weapon, which I do have ready, but I don't have a 6-link. So again, I need a 6-link for my witch, and I need a 6-link for my marauder. Mostly for the DPS purposes, in all honesty, at this point. Schmitterin. Hopefully I was close at least one of those times. I'm sorry. What time is it over there for you, anyway? I thought about potentially upgrading my little spark, like with actual money. It's a cosmetic thing just for me. Instead of having like those little sparks that fly around, they're these sparky spiders that fly around, and it's very cool looking. And whenever I'm in a group with somebody with those, I always just have a little bit more fun. I don't know what it is. So that's the majority of this map. I assume actually there's a little bit more over here. Well, aside from him, but there's a little bit more. No, actually not much. Okay, well, this is over and done with. So that was actually a really quick run. Now I'm actually going to go head back, sell off my stuff, and kind of show you why this witch does like this well.
What are you up to?
And I'm not even finished, in all honesty. Anyways, I'm just going to sell some stuff off. Did I need that for anything? Nope. For this Let's Play for Path of Exile, what I will end up actually doing is I'm actually going to create another character. It's going to probably be either a ranger or the shadow character. Or duelist. I don't know. I might try to do something with Flicker Strike. Flicker Strike looks pretty badass. I'm not going to lie. Oh, really? Actually, I don't need to sell that belt. I'm just going to destroy it. Okay, so the reason why this is actually doing so well is for this simple fact. This is Spark quality 20%, which is perfect right there. It's almost a level 20, which is great. That'll be the cap. I am actually about to do maps. I'm actually going to go ahead to a map after this. Spell Totem plus 10%, which again isn't necessarily that bad. It basically increases the duration by 15%, so it'll stay out longer, but I don't necessarily care about that. Faster casting, this one was important to me. I had to level of faster casting with my Marauder up to level 20, and then I used the recipe whereas you can put in 1 GCP for a level 20 gem to get a 20% level 1 gem. I don't know if that's like confusing or not. I don't have any plus 20 I don't have any level 20 gems right now to actually show that, unfortunately. And that's a shame, it really is. Lesser multiple projectiles. Again, this is all linked with Fork. Fork is awesome because it just is. On Spark, it's awesome. If this was like Lightning Arrow, I'd probably go Chain. Hey, Cece. Ah, nice. I do want to buy a supporter pack. I'm probably actually going to purchase the Divine pack because although, yes, I know it's like pinkish or whatever, that weapon effect really stands out. And it'll stand out on the Witch, which is what I kind of want. I'm also thinking of buying that Golden Crown oh, actually, there's a new Black Cat microtransaction item that I was looking at. And I'm a cat person. I figured, that might be actually kind of useful. And you know what is actually really sad about that vendor recipe? I knew it. I knew that recipe and I wanted to keep it to myself. Originally I was actually going to release it as a YouTube video, but then everybody started talking about it. I was like, no, I was so close. So very, very close. Anyways, ignore my pile of stuff. I need to organize. I have a shop, and I'm very bad at organizing things for my shop. I'm like a week behind, so that's a lot of gems. Anyway, so we're actually probably going to try this one. This one's actually been kind of interesting. Magic monsters, players are cursed with enfeeble, 35% extra monster life, physical damage. Like, these are relatively easy for me. I just go through them rather fast. And again, it's because of the Dual Spark. As a Burning Proliferation Witch, it might have been a little bit more tougher just because I actually have to maneuver around things, but it would have actually been pretty good either way. My Marauder had a bit of an issue with it, but that's because I haven't decked out his equipment yet. I'm getting there, especially now that I'm using this farmer. I actually managed to gain a lot of items, and it is great. And the majority of my items do have increased quantity, so I'm just going to activate, and then I'm going to quickly show you guys. Hey, LifeX, congratulations. Yeah, I'm not that special, but it's awesome to have you here. It really, really is. So, one of the main things with this character is increased quantity by 46%. I need to increase that, like, really, really. And rarity of items dropped to 161%. But this is not even my farming gear. I haven't even been focusing on gear whatsoever, and somebody just dinged me. Ah, Tyler, damn you. Damn you, Tyler. One of my friends just finally messaged me, and that took him a while because he doesn't really respond. Sorry if you guys kind of saw a flicker of my Skype, but that's okay. Anyways, so that's about it, and I hate selling stuff, but I'm getting poor buying stash tabs. In all honesty, okay, so my stash tabs, I have like 5 premium tabs because it was on sale one time, and it was great. I saved a little bit of money, it was fun, etc., etc. It was great. It really, really was. Thank you for the comments. I try to be funny, I really do. Some people don't like my humor, but I like my humor, so I guess that's kind of important. Anyways, so now that we're here, actually, what I'm going to do is take off haste, put on my purity, which gives me an extra 24% resistances. Because of enfeeble, I'd rather have more defense on these types of maps. It's just, I guess, personal preference. I don't know. It works out better. Let's leave it at that. And I mean, the good thing about this type of build is the fact that I don't have to necessarily even be that active. If my totems get destroyed, I just create more of them, and I just kind of fall back. Which is what I'm doing right now, and it does work out. Actually, this is a rather big blue group, so I'm not surprised that my totems were actually dying. But it's a good thing because on these types of maps, really, Searing Bond? Oh, that's a horrible drop. Out of all the gems I could have received, I received a Searing Bond. Whatever. That's fine, I'll sell it for a scroll fragment later. I'm not even going to put that on a shop. Yeah, I've had some issues with Skype, but it's where I talk to some of the representatives from Polaris, or the game station. Like, I talked to a channel coordinator there, I talked to some of my Let's Play collab buddies, like Tyler, for example. Player Select Gaming. And, I just use it to do Skype collabs, and I forgot to set myself to busy, unfortunately. But that's okay, I'll just let it slide. He usually won't reply again unless I say something back. So, it works out. There are a couple things that I actually do want to do next, and it's going to be fun because one of the things that I'm actually going to be trying to do is more of those news videos. Apparently, a lot of my subscribers really like those news videos. Like, I created one for Minecraft 1.6.1, just randomly explaining stuff. And, by the way, again, as you can see, I'm just kind of randomly running around. I'm not even paying attention. And I'm not dying. Which is amazingly fun, because I don't have to pay attention. And it's great. As a Burning Proliferation Witch, I would have had to pay a little bit more attention. As a Firestorm Fireball Witch, like what I was originally doing, I would have died so many times. Just gonna get out of that little corner, because if I don't, then I could probably get swamped. That's a rather large group, and they're spawning more right now, I think. That's okay. I'm basically looking for Val Regalias, map pieces, currencies, and a few random things here and there, just to fill up my shop a little bit more. My shop is actually called the Shop of Awesomeness, even though it doesn't have a lot of awesomeness in it just yet. And wow, I can really tell that my damage is lowered right now. Like, I've done maps before where I can easily decimate, but because of the Enfeeble curse, I do a lot less damage and I don't do critical hits very well. So if I had a 6-link, I would have probably socketed Elemental Proliferation, because that would pretty much demolish big groups. Because it would proliferate my spark, or my critical hit. So if I shock one enemy, it'll spread through every other enemy in the area. The things I learned from Burning Proliferation Witch. Like, I've taken that concept and I've stuck with it. Although this build is much different from a Burning Proliferation Witch, I kinda take a little bit of what I've learned there and apply it to here. Mind you, right now I'm just kind of derping around. And in a situation like this, if I do get cornered and if I do start losing a lot of my shield, I can just, again, use up my Quicksilver Flask, which gives me an extra 65% speed, and I can just run out of there, and it's great. And Path of Exile does rock. It's actually pretty good. Guy from Steam I got to play it hates it. He tried 5 minutes. I was like, I don't understand this shit. Yeah, in a way, it's understandable. I tried to get somebody recently to play, and she is playing. At first, she was like, I don't understand, I don't want to do this, etc., and she kind of played maybe like once every week. And now she's kind of playing it a lot more, which is great. Between this and other games, I prefer this, especially against things like Diablo 3. Personally, I kind of wish that Diablo 3 is more like this than what it currently is, with Diablo 3 graphics, because some of those graphics are actually pretty good. I don't know. This is great, especially seeing as updates happen really fast. I forgot some of those actually explode, so I kind of have to be careful, which is why my shield went down. I wasn't really paying attention, and then they started exploding on me. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, so, ooh, what was that? Wrath. I'm currently not using Wrath, though, am I? No, because that's the, see, I'm trying to level this up for my Marauder right now, because he really needs it. And I'm trying to level up a few of the other ones for my Marauder as well. Like, I'll still probably play my Marauder, but for now, I am just doing this. Ow! Stop exploding on me. Out of all the enemies I've ever encountered on Path of Exile, I hate the cobras. Especially, like, blue cobras. I don't know what it is. Except now, on my witch, it's not necessarily as bad, but those things demolished me. That and Void Bearers on the docks. I mean, I'm slightly overpowered because I'm playing smarter than I ever played before. Are these 2 rares? Neat. I just wish I had my Elemental Proliferation. Favorite part about this game? Okay, it's my favorite and my most unfavorite part. Once you get into it, it's hard to get out of it. Why did those just randomly shock? There's nothing there. But yeah, no, that would probably be it. And again, sorry that some of my comments aren't, like, I'm not replying to some of you guys right away. It's a little delayed, probably about by a minute or 2 on this end. So if you do ask the questions, I will answer them if you wait like a minute or 2. Yes, I am also leveling gems offhand as well, in all honesty. I'm leveling up a bunch of stuff, but I'm gonna be selling off a lot of my level 20s after I GCP them. Ooh, 6. Even though I'm probably just gonna sell it just for the gem. that's okay. I don't even want to try to get that high up or not. And yes, I do agree with you. I prefer, again, this over Diablo 3. Although then again, games like Torchlight 2 are actually kind of interesting. I recently got into that, which is kind of fun. And if you guys have been watching my Let's Play series, I also recently got into a game like, although this is completely different, Guns of Icarus. I am addicted to that game. I don't know what it is, but it is awesome. I might actually try to do a live stream on that in a bit, maybe. Not today, but maybe tomorrow or something, or another day. I don't know. I'll announce it a little bit ahead of time. Like, I didn't give you guys any warning. I just pretty much said that, oh, I'm going to start it, and I just started it. So, I can understand that not a lot of you are actually in the room right now. I really got to get a better grip on live streaming. Now, here's the thing. I'm trying to get into live streaming a little bit more, especially now that my internet's better. What I'm going to do is actually try to... I'm splitting my focus now. I kind of want to start into Twitch as well. Just because it's kind of cool, especially with Path of Exile, because you can just integrate Twitch directly into it now. Like, that was one of the recent updates. You can just automatically stream, which is nice. And again, I am leveling some gems offhand. I wish I would have actually just grabbed some kind of a... can I? No, I can't equip that. That would have probably been easier, but that's okay. Highland bow, or highborn bow. Close enough. Close enough. But yeah, no, I have actually created a couple level 20 gems, and I have sold them as quality 20 level 1 gems. Like, the reason why I've been doing that is because when I noticed that, like, a while ago, I was asking myself, how did people do that? It was so annoying. And then I kind of looked around and found how to do it, and it was just so amazing. Not a lot of people knew, but ooh, arcade. Oh, it's level 67 though. But that's okay. I have a level 73 map that I'd be willing to do, but I don't know. Like, in all honesty, I haven't died to a map or even been close to dying. At most, I've been down to half health, and that's my fault for not paying attention. Like, that's the most I get damaged in a long time. Because I can just, you know, zoom away and just relaunch my totems, and that's it. And yeah, you are kind of doing that there. Again, I wish that the YouTube comments weren't so lagged behind, because I do want to be more social. Like, I have 2 screens, so this is actually quite easy for me. I kind of look over, kind of do a comment or two, go back, etc., start playing, start talking, start commentating, start just being myself. That's kind of what I think live streaming is all about. I'm not just going to sit here and play the game without, like, involving myself in the comments. I wish I could type in the comments, but that's a different beast altogether. I need another keyboard for that. I'm kind of using this one right now. A game that I do want to get into in the future... Actually, there's a few games that I want to get into in the future. Oh, okay. Soon I'm going to have to... Damn. I need to organize this really quickly. So yeah, soon I'm going to have to find a way to actually... Oh, I'm going to just have to portal back, that's all. And again, the good thing about this witch is the, well, the quantity and rarity. Like, the way I've set it up, I'm running with various rings, and I'm still not dying. That is unbelievable to me. Like, previously, when I ran, like, when I did various rings on my Marauder, I'd almost die every time I tried. Like, the only time I'd run various rings if I was already kind of low or just leveled, and I kind of wanted to, you know, potentially get a unique or two. I've definitely gotten a lot smarter while playing Path of Exile, and I've definitely found a couple of little tricks here and there that definitely push my characters beyond what they are. Ooh, actually, see, I just got, like, 3 to 4... Yeah, sorry, no, I just got, like, 3 to 4 comments, like, right now. So, in all honesty, I don't exactly know what's going on. It is a little bit more than a minute, unfortunately, at this point, and it's weird because I have 10 megabit upload. The CC, for me, Twitch is actually not laggy. I did a test on it and asked one of my coworkers to just monitor it, and it was normal. It was actually a little bit better than the YouTube streams that I'm doing. I don't know why, but it happens. What league am I in? Well, here's the thing. I have a few accounts. The one that I'm currently in, it's standard, so I don't really have to worry about dying. Which is why I like to experiment with things. This character is in standard, my Marauder's in standard. I have... Whoa, see? That can happen sometimes, and then I could die. Like, that's the reason why I don't want to go into hardcore while live streaming, because I sometimes completely overlook things. Mind you, I do have a couple of hardcore characters. I'm not going to lie. I have one that's at about 60. Actually, he's in Anarchy right now. And another character that's an Onslaught at about level 45. But they're tanks. Like, they're dischargers. Let's leave it at that. I do discharging, but I mean, I don't really find discharging all that fun. One of those guys really gotta, like, it can't be Elemental Reflect, can it? Maybe. I don't know, something's really kicking my ass from this group, and they're not even hitting me. I think I killed them, though. Those Frenzy charges, damn. Well, I might as well let them fend for themselves and kill everything else off. I actually have thought about getting... Sorry, I just kind of quickly glanced over and I noticed one of the comments. I am planning on actually getting into MMOs. Maybe not necessarily with my Kestalkayden account. I created another one called Kestalkayden, which I secretly kind of ninja'd in there. I just haven't really done anything to it yet. That is a lot of items. Holy damn. Well, I might as well start picking things up, actually. Spider silk. Okay, sorry. I need to check out the comments now. Here's a game shout out to you, Ion. It's super fun quality, plus it's super addictive. The story is interesting as well. I have looked at Ion in the past, and it reminded me of games like Shia and Repels, which I loved, by the way. Another game that I'm actually looking at right now is Final Fantasy XIV Reborn, whatever that's called. I'd minimize my game to check the full title, but I'm in the beta. So it's actually pretty fun. I just really, really wish that they do one thing specifically, include voice acting, because right now, as soon as you start, you have to, for the first 20 minutes, you're basically reading like walls of text with no voices, no nothing. And I just hope that it is the fact that it's just in closed beta, that hasn't been implemented yet. If they really don't have voice actors, at least in the cutscenes, it would just be, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to really do much of that, unfortunately. The hardcore characters don't go to air codes today. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, I have like 3 other characters. I'm basically trying every single league right now. I haven't done any of the races yet. Actually, I almost did die with my hardcore character. I'm not going to lie with that. I was kind of sad about that. Actually, I do like the fact that it doesn't have a subscription fee.
How you doing?
But again, see, that's why I also like games like Shia. It had a really... how should I put it? It had a majestic feel to it. I don't know what it was. It was probably like the bloom effect that they used or something, and didn't include any really dark areas. They used a lot of bright colors and stuff. I really liked that game, but that was like years ago. It's sad. I actually had one of the highest level characters there, and so if I would have actually started Let's Playing then, things would have been so much more interesting. But that's okay. Jeweler's Orbs, because I don't care about a level 51 two-handed mace. I'm working on one-handed mace. Actually, I could probably show you the one that I'm working on. It's this one right here. So it's 156 to 300 pretty much, plus elemental damage, fire damage. And then it has 1.3 attacks per second. So this is about 350 DPS or so. Amazing for a one-handed mace. So basically, what I plan on doing is purchasing an Aegis unique shield, which basically you have a 4% chance to like get a lot of your... No, sorry. Every time you block, you have like a 4% regen on your energy shield. So I'll be switching most of my stuff from life to energy shield. It's going to be fun. It really will. And then my 6-link chest will be Infernal Blow based. And I could probably really quickly show you. Oh no, I took off some of my gems though. It won't necessarily be nearly as fun. Yeah, no. I'm not going to do that. Sorry. I'm also working on trying to get this one up. I just started adding it, and it's already actually pretty awesome. Although it might not look awesome, it is, trust me. So basically you have 114 to 200, which is 160 times 1.5. That's around 200 something. But what I plan on doing is actually eternaling and... well, pretty much, yeah, eternaling and exalting this until I get a really decent weapon. And I'm willing to pay for it, but right now it's on the back burner because I need to get, where is this? I started with this. I need to 6-link this. I'm getting there. I'm getting closer, which is nice. Sorry, I'm just going to put some of my stuff back in here. I will take another look at Ion, or Aeon, or Ion, whatever. I remember when it first got released, and I was like, oh, this looks so awesome, but then I just stopped playing games for a while. Is the unique that you get at 80 points the Eye of Chiola? Because I have like 7 of those. I do like the fact that in the new... whatchamacallums? In the new leagues, you have new types of like rings and stuff, or amulets. Yes, that's the one. I'm sorry, I was looking at that and I just kind of stumbled upon my words. But yeah, so that's what I'm trying to switch into. I'm trying to switch more of into an energy shield build, very, very slowly, mind you. But basically, I'm going to try to imitate sort of the dragon build for the Marauder, but focusing on a few other things, because I believe my weapon's actually a lot better than his right now, which is actually kind of surprising. And the best part is, I only got mine for like 1 Exalted. If I were to just go back and sell that, I'd probably be able to sell that for about 5 or 6. I'm just saying. Anyways, let's see, what else? I guess we could really quickly try another map. I don't know, maybe. Maybe. Do I feel like alchemying up a map? Why not? Yeah, there is a large... ah, reflect elemental damage. That's going in the trash pile. Which is right here. Lightning resistance, 75%. Right there, will not touch it anymore. That's the one. Replenishes energy shield by 4%. I technically got that right. I was just stumbling upon my words. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, I definitely can't try this one. 75% lightning resistance. I'm a lightning witch. Players have no life or mana regeneration. No mana regen. I definitely can't try that. I don't know who would be able to try that, in all honesty. I should probably just throw that one out. Whatever, though. This one. Oh, 61% increase item quantity, quality 20, everything there. They're sea witches, but there's no mana or life regeneration. Horrible. Horrible. Oh, I'm sorry, CC. Sorry. I'm pretty much finished. I apologize. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, my one-handed weapon is going to be one of the better ones in the game. My two-handed weapon that I'm working on will be the best in the game, and I'd probably be able to actually sell that off for a lot of money, and or create a mirror service for it, which I tend to do later on, but not right now. Did I have a good map or a bad map? I had a bad map. I can't really do anything with that. Actually, I kind of want to quickly show you guys a little bit of a trick for those that are actually playing this. I like to farm various spots, as you've probably noticed. I found this trick actually out not too long ago. If you're in Merciless and if you're above level 16, you can actually take on the boss here. Grab yourself 2 Quicksilver Flasks and basically just run to the corner. Unless you feel like attacking some of these yellow monsters, which is good because, I mean, they drop some stuff too. But I farmed so many uniques from this area and so many of these types of items. It's my new farming spot. It's kind of... it's interesting because you don't actually have to fight a lot of them, but if you find a rare, go for it. They might actually drop something interesting. If not, you can just keep on going. So see, I don't even bother with these groups. I do bother with the yellow or the rares. I don't bother with blues, and I just go straight for Hillick. Close enough. I apologize. And he dropped nothing, so then I basically exit and go back and do it again. Let's see, I grabbed a couple of iron unique rings. I grabbed a couple of Eye of Chiyulas actually from here, which is actually kind of surprising. I'm now up to like 7. I grabbed, I think, 3 or 4 Shiver Stings, which, although by themselves they're not really worth a lot, but as a shop owner, I can sell them for quite a bit. An Elemental Hit, that's a drop-only item. Why not? I grabbed that. I actually purchased my previous one for like 1 Chaos. So I got an extra Chaos gem. Or basically, anyway. Oh, I had the worst time in one of my maps. I deleted the video, I think. I might have deleted the video. I might not have, actually. It might still be privated or unlisted on my channel. But I was doing a map. I was killing a boss, and a unique dropped. It was the Divinarius, which is a really, like, it's a unique, like, dagger for witches. It was trapped behind a tent and in between a tent and a wall. So I had no way of getting it. And I wasn't in a group, so I was just basically sitting there for about an hour trying to click on it. And then I thought to myself, well, why don't I go and equip something like, Lightning Warp. So I glitched myself in between the tent and the fence post. I still created a bug report for it because I was mad. I wanted a Divinarius, and it was a perfect roll, like when I checked it. So I was really happy about that. But I couldn't get to it for the longest time, and yeah, that's my story. CC, yes, that actually is the very first boss of the game. And okay, so there are 3 difficulties: normal, cruel, and merciless. As soon as you defeat the Act 3 boss in normal mode, you go back to the very beginning, and the difficulty is increased. So you basically have to beat the game 3 times, and then at the end of the 3rd one, you basically get this new area called Eternal Laboratory, which you can then join certain maps that are very unique to the game and that offer a lot of things like increased quantity of items dropped or rarity, and they're a lot more difficult though. I will basically mention that right off the bat. Anyways, one of my other favorite spots is actually the City of Sarn, which is surprising. But I was doing this on Cruel difficulty because I don't know. Sometimes the boss here can be really annoying because of his like freeze ability, and if you get swarmed, it's kind of difficult. Even for a character like me. Mind you, not really lately, but I'd rather just not risk it. But the thing that I've done for like an hour, like about 2 hours ago, or 3 hours ago, I did it for about an hour, and I grabbed like 7 or 8 uniques. Mind you, they're worth maybe a Chaos or a Regal each, but that's a lot of currency for an hour. And I gained a lot of other types of like currency as well. And that's the currency that I need. Mind you, I really need fusings and a whole bunch of other stuff because I'm trying to 6-link my chest to make it stronger. I don't even know why I'm attacking these people. Again, I just got distracted. But hey, what do you know, an Orb of Chance? Well, if I started derping around, I might as well go full on derp. Starts opening up chests, why not? There we go. Anyways, Hillock's gonna die. I just want to see if I can get a unique. Aw, probably not. I'm gonna try one more time. But the main farming areas that I usually go and do, and actually, I just actually got this as a Twitch, or not Twitch message, a Twitter message. Okay, so the main farming areas, I'll show you guys that in a minute. Okay, so in Act 1, it is the ledge. Ledge is great because it is very, very linear. The waypoint is in the very center of the map, so you can basically just go either way, and you'll still reach the exit in enough time. The monsters here are primarily skeletons and these rock throwers, which are fairly weak. There is a boss here, but you would probably want to benefit from some kind of lightning resistance equipment because he basically does the same thing I do. It's basically just a giant-ass totem called Kaduku. And he can be a bit brutal on melee characters. I'm just gonna skip through most of this. I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, I think I went the wrong way. Yep, okay. Basically what you have to do is you get out, and you go back in by control-clicking the portal to open up a new instance where everything is brand new, and you do it all over again until you gain many, many levels above. And going back to that comment... Actually, hold on. Oh, I just started getting a flood of comments. Going back to the race thing, I'm definitely going to be doing the races because I think I understand them, and I understand how to farm, I understand where to farm, I understand where, like, what quests I'm supposed to avoid, because there are some quests that just give you gems, and if you don't necessarily care about the gems, you can completely skip the quests. And in a race situation, that's actually quite useful, because you can actually use that time then to just farm ledge areas like this, and that'll be more beneficial to you than going into a dark dungeon and kind of looking around and just being all blah. Just saying. Okay, so my favorite food. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm Polish. I grew up in a Polish family. Grew up with Polish food, cooking, all that jazz. My favorite food will probably be pierogies. Potato pierogies. So good. Buttered up, etc., etc. I've probably clogged quite a few of my arteries by eating a buttload of them. Well, not really, but it feels like I have. I'm starting to slow down in my old age. Sweets. That's a tough one. It would probably be vanilla cheesecake or strawberry cheesecake or... There's this one thing, I forget what it's called though. It's basically like an ice cream cone. You get it from the store, and it has like a layer of chocolate over it, and then either peanuts and inside is like caramel. I forget what those are called. I'm having brain farts. Anyways, Kaduku's actually coming up right here. He's actually already starting to spark. And as you can see, my sparks are a lot faster and they happen a lot more. Anyways, I am basically just going to launch my sparks at him. I don't even have to be in the screen in all honesty, but he's about ready to die. There we go. We killed Kaduku. He was easy. He was an easy little nugget. I'm just saying. I definitely do dislike Kaduku, but whatever. Anyways, so that shows that area. I just wanted to go after the boss. I don't know. This isn't scripted. This is all live, man. I don't know what I'm doing. Second favorite area. Well, it's actually in Act 2. It's actually going into the church dungeon. Not church dungeon, sorry, the Fellshrine Ruins. If you don't have this ready, like if you just get into Act 2, what I suggest doing is actually going to the notice board and seeing if somebody's in Fellshrine Ruins. And if they are, join the party, and then you can find the waypoint. It's inside the temple.
What would you like to know?
The areas in number 3 that I like to farm are City of Sarn, because as mentioned before, there's a boss there, plus there's a buttload of enemies. And the docks. The docks is one of the main ones, and then at the very end, Lunair's Temple, if you can get a decent party, because I mean that's already level 67, and that's where like maps start at level 66. If you get a decent like out of 6 party, you can still farm there for a while, and you'll be great. It'll just be awesome. Should I give back the Wrath Gem? No, I'm gonna keep it for now. I wish I found more quantity and rarity items. I'm actually like farming those right now so I can put them in my shop. But that's okay. I also need fusings, and I hate having to buy fusings, and I don't like having to chat for fusings because not a lot of people really respond half the time. I'm impatient. I'm very wasteful, unfortunately, with my currency, as you'll see in a couple minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna go purchase...
You help us, and we help.
Some fusings. Yep. There we go. Purchase some fusings, lost a lot of Jeweler's Orbs, but that's okay because I'm not really using any Jeweler's Orbs. So as you've probably noticed, a strange thing that I'm doing is actually increasing the quality before I fuse. Now, about a month or two ago, this wouldn't have mattered at all, but now, if you increase the quality of an item before fusing it, or before trying to create a 6 socket, there's a higher chance for you to actually do it. So there's another little tip for you guys. But this takes a while, and I might as well actually just use that. Doing a 6 link is near impossible for me. I've wasted maybe about 400 to 500 fusings trying to 6 link various items with 0 results. But just recently did I actually start using armorer scraps, which was great because it seemed like things were actually going rather well. Like, I managed to 6 socket this rather fast, etc., etc. It was great. Anyway, I went on a bit of a rant, I apologize for that, but I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. I think I'm actually going to end it off there, because I need to go prepare for tomorrow. I'm not going to be really in tomorrow. The next time I'm actually going to be doing videos on Friday, and then I'm actually going to be releasing some tutorials over the weekend for Minecraft and Cube World, so stay tuned for that. That's about it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, leave a like on the video, and don't forget, the most important part, have fun.